What's going on, guys? Black Scout Survival Late Night Live, your home to the conspiracy theories that all come true. Anyway, guys, let's talk about some pretty serious stuff tonight. Anyway, New York Judge Engoron. Let me show you this prick real quick. I'm going to show you a video. I'm going to cut off the sound real quick. Anyway, that's Letitia James, the Attorney General. So Judge Engoron has ordered Trump to pay $364 million to New York State in a case brought against him by that lady they just showed. He was found liable for unlawfully inflating his wealth. Look at this. Look at this prick here. He's happy, this dickhead. I mean, dude, come on. Anyway, so I'll keep it playing while I'm talking. So they said he was manipulating the value of properties to obtain favorable bank loans or insurance terms. Now, I'll say this, that Kevin O'Leary was on CNN not too long ago, and he talked about this. And basically, with this happening, every real estate tycoon is in trouble because this is the way things work. The thing is that, one, rates change. An appraiser has to appraise. Like, Trump just is not going up there and saying, hey, we're going to list this as this. Like this, there's a whole lot of people involved in these sort of things. And banks don't just listen to your word. Like, typically there are appraisers from that the bank knows, right? They just don't, okay, we'll take your word for it. That's not how this thing works. So this whole thing is a sham. Anyway, so Trump has to pay $364 million to New York State. Trump's sons, Eric and Donald Trump, also are found liable in order to pay $4 million each. Can you believe this? So now this case has 0 victims, and the banks that Trump supposedly defrauded testified in his defense of Trump hotels. So again, it's kind of like we go back to the other day. I remember I jumped onto a guy because he said the news said. It goes back to 1984, the George Orwell. Whenever someone says something, it doesn't mean it's true, right? Just because they say something or even do something. Oh, well, the immigrants that beat up the cop, they must be okay because they let them go. That does not mean anything. We live in a corrupt system. This is the matrix is so corrupt, right? That they would, these judges, these people on George Soros' payroll, by the way. But anyway, they also barred Trump from doing business in New York for 3 years. Trump said that ruling to ban him conducting business in New York State would be akin to a corporate death penalty because he can't, his businesses are there. What are they supposed to do if he can't run them? So not only does he have to pay the $300, which he will appeal. This thing will be tied up in appeal until he becomes president and it disappears. But the fact is they're trying to put him under, trying to put him in jail. And the thing is I was saying that they would kill him, but honestly, I don't know that they would, because then he would be a martyr. And martyrdom is a very strong motivator. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know that that'll happen now, because I've actually been thinking about it this weekend. I don't think that'll happen, because typically how these things work is in these corrupt systems in these countries all around the world, they imprison these people, right? They find something on them and put on them, right? They've been watching kiddie porn or something, whatever it is. They do something to put them away, to knock them completely out. How many times during you see people running for offices and all of a sudden these skeletons come out the closet and the dude's like blindsided, like, what? I don't even know this individual. I never touched her. I don't know her. How many times that happened in your lifetime? So anyway, they've arrested Donald Trump 4 times, gave him like 91 charges, and fined him more than $350 million before a single Jeffrey Epstein client was arrested. They're not even asking about that. Well, probably because most of them are involved in it anyway. But they're not even asking about it. Okay. Then the governor of New York, oh yeah, don't worry. New York, Democrat governor assures real estate developers that they won't be targeted for real estate valuations like Trump. So, like this guy says, she just admitted that it was purely partisan political prosecution of Trump. Kathy Hochul tells New York Business not to fear about Trump's verdict. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to see here, guys. And the thing is these folks, these leftists, they'll see this and not even blink an eye at it. Like you or I see this and we're like, hold on a moment. Something that smells fishy here, right? But we got Elon here. Given that there's no victims with losses, who is supposed to receive the money? Great question. There's no victims. Usually in these civil cases, there's a victim. So someone gets money. So I guess New York State gets it. I guess. Weird, right? This guy's truckers stand with Trump, farmers stand with Trump, ranchers stand with Trump, police stand with Trump, military stands with Trump, I stand with Trump. Who else stands with Trump? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So speaking of truckers, there are truckers that are apparently talking to refuse delivering loads to New York City beginning on Monday in solidarity of Donald Trump verdict. So an ex-user named Chicago Ray, who appears to be a Midwest truck driver, shared a video late Friday night detailing the number of truck drivers that will begin denying loads on New York on Monday. So I'm going to show the video and let you see for yourself.
Hey folks, your old pal Chicago Ray. I've been on the radio talking to drivers for about the last hour 15 minutes. And I'm talking to at least 10 drivers going the other way. I'm heading down from Southern Wisconsin. And they're going to start refusing loads in New York City starting on Monday. All right? I got about 3 drivers that I drive with. They already vibrated the boss and told them they ain't going to New York City. So, I don't know how far across the country this is, or how many truckers are going to start denying loads to going to New York City. But I'll tell you what, you fuck around and find out. Okay? We're tired of you motherfucking leftists fucking with Trump. Okay? You know, motherfuckers are starting to get tired of this shit. And you know, our bosses ain't gonna care if we deny the loads. We'll just go somewhere else. Alright? You know how fucking hard it is to get into New York City with one of these motherfuckers? Man, fuck that. Alright? I'll tell you, I don't wish nothing on nobody, but by what I'm hearing, this is real. This, you know, we'll see. But, you know, leave Trump the fuck alone with the bullshit. Alright? You know you ain't got shit on Trump, so cut the bullshit. He's gonna win this motherfucker on appeal, but it's still, you know, it's bullshit. It's election interference. So, we'll see what happens. I hate to say it, man, but motherfucking truckers are for Trump, man. I mean, we're like 95, 96% out here. All Trump. Ain't no motherfuckers for Biden. Alright, man. I'll let you know what else I hear by the time Monday rolls around, but Chicago Ray, checking in. We'll see you down the road.
I don't know that guy, but I like him. Anyway, he's saying that they're talking about stopping delivery. I mean, look, like he said, dude, trying to get a truck. Like, if you got any friends that are truck drivers, I couldn't imagine New York City. You know, I know some boys that drive trucks just in smaller cities, man, and they talk about how much of a pain it is to get a big rig through those joints. You know, so it's not like they're going to be, whatever. And the thing is, deliveries go and go and go. So, and just so you know, truck drivers deliver between 70 to 73% of all freight in the United States. Truck drivers are the backbone of the country. And that's why you see these trucker rallies when they go on, that they are a force to be reckoned with. Because if you've ever been in any remote areas that only trucks bring stuff in, first off, like Montana, any Montana boys out there, when we used to go to Montana, stuff was high because the truckers having to go through the snow and stuff, right? And there's very limited things there, and everything was high. Everything was high. Man, I remember I dipped back then, and dip was like freaking $11 a can or something like that. And that was years ago, But when you got truckers discussing plans on social media to boycott loads to this, progressive dumpster fire, you need to pay attention. Because if you're in New York, like, let shipments not get there. Like, you don't know how these guys are rolling. How many 18-wheelers you see on a daily basis? Think about it. These boys are rolling, okay? And I would give New York 3 days without deliveries before it goes full on Hunger Games. I'm serious. Because like the late, great Kevin Reeves says, dude, you're 3 days of anarchy, right? Most people have 3 days worth of food in their pantry. They're 3 days in. There's some people that go grocery shopping every day. That stop by, they don't even grocery shop. They go by the fast food joint, go grab a couple of them greasy Big Macs, and go home. They don't have any food at the house. 3 days, it's going to be full on Hunger Games, right? I'm serious. They're playing around with the wrong people. The fact of the matter is I always say this: rebellion is contagious. And once you have these boys go full on, hey, we ain't delivering, they'll start doing that in other places. And other industries may do the same thing. Hey, you know what? We ain't showing up to work today, right? And they'll see, because the blue-haired, face-pierced liberals are not the ones that's carrying the country on their back. It's the blue-collar workers. A lot of people will thank military, they'll thank the first responders, but they won't thank the guys doing the blue-collar jobs that literally are the backbone of America, right? They carry that junk on their back every day. They're usually working in terrible climates, right? It's hot, it's cold, it's cold. They're working in the rain. They're driving trucks in the middle of the night away from their family. Like, these are not the people you want to piss off. You understand what I'm saying? And most of you guys probably are like this. Like, blue collar workers, give them a round of applause. They're the ones who carry this country on their freaking back. And they don't get enough respect. And you toy with them, and they're going to show you who's in charge around here. Because it ain't the suits up in DC. It's not. They'll find out quick. They'll F around and find out, just like he said. Anyway, I want to change gears just for a minute, because somebody sent me this. I didn't see this. This is some cryptic shit. Okay, I want to show you. So apparently, there's been some type of notes winding up in food. Okay, like this right here. Pennsylvania resident left terrorized after finding notes about JFK Terror riots, SN Lord of the Rings, sealed in a packet of Lucky Charms. So it's sealed in there. That means it's happening at the factory. Okay, so this isn't something that somebody's like putting in after the fact. This is happening at the processing facilities. And they're saying these notes are discovered in normal grocery items, including Lucky Charms, Lindt chocolate, and chai tea in northern Pennsylvania. But I've come to find out, this guy talks about it. He's terrified of it. He got the s'mores Lucky Charms. Why he's eating that, I have no freaking idea. Do you not see? Let me stop for a second. Did you see that Cheerios, like I've been saying, all this processed food is causing people to go freaking sterile, and they're feeding it to kids. They're sterilizing. You don't have to go get the hormones. You're feeding it to mommy's feeding it to them for breakfast, because it you know what? Because on that food guide they gave you 6 months ago, the NIHS, remember I did the video, and they said Cheerios were better than steak and turkey. Yeah, they said something crazy like that. So you're changing the kids' hormones at the dinner table, feeding this junk. And anyway, so people are somebody's leaving these notes in here, and this has been going for some time. So this guy I found on Facebook, he said months ago in a ramen noodle box. Okay. And it's a lot of gibberish, right? And then this guy got in Panda Puffs. I don't even know what the hell Panda Puffs is. I'm so far gone. People call me a boomer and this and that. I don't know. Must be because I don't know half this stuff. You know, I hadn't eaten Lucky Charms, man, since I don't know. But anyway, people are people are putting in these notes about JFK assassinations, and it had like Elon Musk, Oprah, and all this sort of stuff. Let me know in the comments if you've gotten one of the notes. I'd be curious. Anyway, let's circle back for a second to the video I posted yesterday that you didn't watch. You need to go watch it. You didn't watch it. I know you didn't because it didn't have a clickbait title. Go watch it. Okay. Because this is something that everybody should watch and really analyze your life. We're coming into, this is 2024. And I'm telling you right now, this will be a monumental year for the trajectory of the rest of your and my life here in what is currently the United States. I don't know that it'll be there that way too much longer, but currently you have people trying to destroy this place daily, right? This cultural invasion to destroy the country. Okay. But you need to really dial in a lot of things right now. Okay. I usually can dissect people fairly easy based off of their motivation, right? It's easy for me to do that. And I talk about that quite a bit in older videos if you've been watching for a long time. But typically what I do is I figure out what is the motivator for what this person does. And it's easy to figure out. Most of the time, it's money. Money is usually the greatest motivator, right? You see politicians, the things they do. You see these content creators that, are shilling VPNs and gold coins and such. They're in it for the money, right? But you also look at for men a lot of times it's women, right? I mean, let's just face it. That's a lot of times it's women. That's why they have the Corvette. That's why they buy the clothes they do. And imagine if you remove that motivation, right? Would you still do those things? When you do that, life gets really basic very quickly, right? It gets very basic. And something I learned in business school is something called the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And maybe Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I learned that in business school, and you business guys probably know it too. But anyway, you don't see Gucci jeans on that list, right? It's basic needs, human needs. And being a survival guy, when I was in there, I was like, yeah, this is spot on, but I would start literally asking the why. Why do you think this person does that? Why do they go here? Why do you go here? Why do you hang out here? Why do you hang out with this group of people? Why do you waste time playing video games, watching anime if you do that? Why are you doing certain things, right? And when you start removing the entertainment portion from your life, things become a lot more serious, more basic of what your needs are. And I'm telling you this because we're coming into a time where that may be all you got. The enjoyment may be gone. It may be literal survival, right? So, for example, I eat food for nutrition, okay? Not for pleasure. Have I eaten food for pleasure? Absolutely. Do I do it every day? No, but there's people that or maybe even you do it. You eat food for pleasure every day. You eat some pizza or something, whatever it is, right? And I'm just using this example. For example, too, I drink black coffee, right? I was not a coffee drinker previously. I started drinking black coffee for the caffeine solely, right? I did not drink coffee. And so whenever I started drinking, I didn't like black coffee. I thought it was bitter, right? And then so people put milk and sugar and all this other stuff in there, right? Remove that, because what that is a pleasure. It's not a need. You remove that, right? So then you only drink black coffee for the energy. Do you buy clothes for durability and function, or are you buying it to impress the opposite sex, right? These are things you got to hang out. You got to figure out, just like, do I hang out with Joe because he's going to ride or die with me, or because he's my drinking buddy. Go watch the video where I talk about these things yesterday, man. A lot of people say all the time, why don't we do something? Let me tell you the day that something should have been done. It should have been done the day after Kennedy was murdered. That's the time it should have been done. Because let me tell you something. This has been going on for so long, before most of us was born. And we are seeing the culmination of freaking 60 years, 70 years of planning. We're seeing the culmination of it. They're finishing time to bowl in that package. That's where we're at, in my opinion. And a lot of people are waiting for a hero. Listen, there's going to be no heroes. Nobody's coming to save you. I think even if Trump makes it in, his hands will be so tied or they'll do something. He's not going to be able to save us. He'll do what he can, but no one's coming to save you, right? We are all in this together, and we got to prepare for that. You know what I mean? And true liberation comes from developing self-reliance. Are you self-reliant? That's the biggest question. Are you self-reliant? Taking control of your life and your destiny. Because right now, a lot of us are under of big government. You know, and the thing is that we can't rely on external systems or institutions or even people to save us. There's a lot of people fighting right now. We have a lot of people fighting, and whether you like it or not, or like them 100% completely, it doesn't matter. They're fighting the same fight. Okay. There's a lot of people that were leftists before that are now swapped over fighting tooth and nail. Like, for example, Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is going against him. They hate his guts. Elon Musk, another one. Do these guys believe in the same exact ideals as us? No, probably not. But the thing is, they're fighting the same battle, right? We have the same enemy. And so it's important right now to be self-reliant. And what does that mean? Can I get water? Like, if you're in New York, what are you going to do whenever the food starts getting delivered? Can I get water that's clean? Do I have food? Do I have security, firearms, a secure place? You know what I'm saying? Do I have energy sources? Do I have batteries? All these sort of things. But can I protect my family? Do I have people I can trust? That's the biggest thing. That's what the video yesterday was about. Who can you really trust? Who's really loyal and who really respects you? Because those two things are the most strongest out of everything. A lot of people can say all kinds of stuff. Oh, you need a leader, blah, blah, blah. Those two things can. And if you look at all the evil people that have been loyal and respectful to each other, they're the ones that 60 years ago, 70 years ago, 100 years ago, Rothschilds and all them sat together to put us on the trajectory we're on now. George Soros. My uncle sent me an article the other day about George Soros from like 1994, where he was basically saying that he was God. Like, he truly believed that he's God. There's a bunch of sick people in this world that are trying to destroy you and I. They want us to be slaves. And right now is the time to get together, get prepared, because you don't know what tomorrow's going to hold. Look what they just did to Donald Trump. They can do it to anybody. Anybody. You or I. Maybe get pulled over by a black SUV because of a post you made online. That's happened to people. They drove MRAPs through people's elderly man's home, 68 years old, walking with a walker. Drove through his house, shot him in the skull. I did a video about that. The veteran who didn't own a firearm rolled into his house, kicked his mom out, shot him in the head. I did a video on that too. So Ruby Ridge all over again. Anyway, the time is now. The time is to get people now. And if you hadn't joined our tribe, make sure you go do that. That's why I did it. People were asking me, man, hey, can you do something? Can you get us together? I'm doing it. I did it. Right? You asked me for it. I did it. So you join the tribe, link below. We actually had some guys do a FTX this weekend, field training exercise, if you know what that means, in Texas. And we've got people that have gotten really close, good friends. So join the tribe. All the tribe members, just go ahead and shout out in the comments so people know who you are. These are good, great people, good, supportive people. Sometimes we get an occasional shithead, we kick them out. But the thing is that the time is now to have that community. Go watch my video yesterday if you didn't. I'll put it at the end of this one so you can see it. It'll pop up one of these two like boxes right here. Go check it out. And it's food for thought, guys. Being loyal and having respect. Right. And now cut negativity out of your life, cut negative people out of your life, all those sort of things, and focus on tomorrow. We don't know how much longer we have here. And the thing is people say, you're crazy for saying that. That has happened all around the world. Modern day countries have collapsed. I've been to some of them. It happens. This is not a fairy tale. Anyhow, guys, as always, please leave a comment, share, help me fight these commie bastards trying to shut me down. And remember to stay frosty, stay strapped, and always stay dangerous. Take care.